Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Cowboys will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's got it on the right. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal blocking the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. The play action fake. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Oh, the pirouette. He's got room. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. The Broncos want to pick up the tempo.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
Keeps the legs moving. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Buys a little time with his feet. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, I think that was nickel right there, and I do like bringing in an extra DB. Why? Not only can that guy cover in the slot, but he can also blitz. You can kind of disguise and hide what you're doing because you got more guys that can really rush the field.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. So Wyoming's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. He'll toss it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll pitch it. Afterburner's coming. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Little touch pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the 1st drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Cowboys will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Wall. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, He's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
And the Broncos will call on their punt team. Now on the return. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole where you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we have Wyoming on top as we reach the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Looking to throw on second down. Using the quick game. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Boise State. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over Tulsa. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Wall. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Got his man quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. Steamrolls his way ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Cowboys have pushed it inside the 20. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Back to throw, it's Wall. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Wyoming, 10. Boise State, 7.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Broncos want to move quickly.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Broncos have taken it inside the 20. The aerial assault continues. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown Broncos! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football. Good luck. No holes anymore.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Touch pass on the run. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Open runway ahead. He's at the 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, leaves it with the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Illegal blocking in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Scanning the field, it's Wall. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 3rd and goal from way back there. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going to the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Boise to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The football back, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The run to the left. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. See if they go back to the run here on third down. fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They want to just keep throwing it. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Back to throw. It's Wall. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. On the option. Quick toss. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a second down play. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Line gets set, first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Turns it on at midfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Coming after him. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Navy is running away with this one. We haven't seen this type of giddy up from Bill the GOAT in an awful long time. They're up by 18 over Tulsa. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Wall. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. From the gun. They're bringing heat. Hines is back in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. He'll toss it. At the 35, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Looking to the big tight end. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Cowboys are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Woods. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
The pitch. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run.
Touchdown, Wyoming. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him redirect.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Boise State, 17.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Guys, we have Wyoming on top as we reach the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it, feeling some heat. Spits it out to the back and wings it incomplete.
Well, the defense just needs to get the quarterback down. They had a chance for a negative play there. They let him escape. Good news is, though, they were able to cover on the back end and force the incompletion.
Here's the handoff.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Broncos trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try the run. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Now the play fake. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Negative play on second down by the goal line. You've got to be really smart with this football.
3rd and goal coming up here. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Good right down the boulevard.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. You kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. The give to the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. He finds his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's right down the boulevard.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Complete in the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He'll keep it himself. Oh, it's loose. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He's going to pass. Dances away from the heat. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right.
Well, bad news, he didn't get the 1st down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have 1 timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He did not get there, and they'll have to give up the football, and they might have just seen this game slip away. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. 1 possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football, you got to lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
The give from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here.
Timeout, Wyoming.
And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Looking to go up top on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, at this point of the game, the defense now is substituting their personnel. They've got their dime package in the game. There's a lot of DBs out there. They know this offense is going to have to throw the football to climb back in this game.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third down, going up top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
Timeout, Wyoming.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.